Kamaka Brown here with the Samajale and Social Network with an old friend that is known him for a number of years here in Southern California, Abe Lagrimas Jr. What's up?
Hey, how's that? Good to see you again.
Good to see you at NAMM. My
Yep.
goodness, 2026.
Running into you.
Running into
Yeah.
you. Man, I tell you, what a pleasant surprise. You lived here in Southern California, in the Los Angeles area.
15.
15.
This was
15.
2007 to
Oh.
2022.
And such a versatile. For those of you who may not know of Abe Lagrimas, why not? Because this man, under this facade, calm, collected, handsome, he's a monster. This guy's a monster. Yeah, beautiful.
Keep going.
This guy's a
What else you
monster.
do?
An amazing percussionist, vibraphone, xylophones, and ukulele. Just really beautiful, and we've worked on projects together and stuff. But after that 15 years now in Los Angeles, and then somewhere there, COVID hit.
Yeah.
And
Somewhere in the
how
middle
did
of
that how did that tweak the juncture or the direction of where you were going?
Yeah. So, we're here at the NAMM show. This place, convention filled with people in the music industry, a lot of musicians. And what do? We play gigs, we play shows. We're interacting with people. And COVID, just put a stop to all of that, And the music industry was just one of the industries that COVID affected. But, so during COVID, it allowed me to sort of rethink a lot of things. My time in LA, my life, what's the next step, or what's this next chapter in life? It kind of put a pause in, and kind of a little bit of a blessing, because it allowed me to kind of stop and think about things. Whereas if COVID didn't happen, we'd all just been continuing that grind.
Business as usual.
Exactly,
Yeah.
business as usual. Keep continuing doing what we've been doing.
Not that that's a bad thing,
Yeah.
because it was going well.
But it was this kind of huge shift in the daily life, where it's like, oh, let me think about things,
Yeah.
Which we all figured out. A lot
Then-
of us started teaching, every musicians were doing like music videos and everything. So it gave me a lot of time to think about.
In the
my
middle of
next
all of
life,
this
yeah.
over here, you met the love of your life.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that. Hello.
Which is interesting, because COVID, we're supposed to like isolate and like not meet people, right? But yeah, during like late 2020, so this was still heavy into
Yeah.
COVID lockdown time. We fast forward 2 years later and we get married. So yeah.
So you guys made the decision to move to Hawaii.
Yeah. So when COVID happened, allowed me to kind of like think about what's the next step. Do I want to stay in LA? I met this wonderful woman. Talking about getting married, things like that. So we were like, do we want to stay in LA? She's born and raised in LA, So when I pitched the idea of Hawaii to her, it would have, she's been her whole life.
Yeah.
So I think that it would have been a nice change for her too.
Sure.
So we were both on board. And in 2021, we took a couple trips back to Hawaii, so that she could kind of get a sense of what it's going to be like if we live there. And after a couple trips, we were like, okay, I think we could
make it happen.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years, 3 years?
Since moving, so about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how have you found living in Hawaii now? I mean, you had 15 years LA. Now you and your bride.
Yeah.
And you took all your talents with you. I wish you would have left some here in LA.
Many years.
Now, so how did you find living in Hawaii?
So, so I was in LA for 15 years. Prior to that, I was finishing up college. So, give or take, that's about 21 years, pretty much after high school. I left.
Sure.
After I left Hawaii, after I graduated from high school. So that's a significant gap, you know, being away. So when I moved to Hawaii, even though I grew up there, I know the layout of the land and everything. I didn't really have a plan, you know, work-wise, and I wasn't worried about what I was gonna do, but I also didn't know what I was gonna do. I knew I was gonna continue playing gigs and music, you know. I didn't know who I was gonna play with. I didn't know what I was gonna play, but I wasn't really worried about that. But other than that, I had no idea. I knew I was gonna, you know, keep my students. So I kept a lot of my California students, online lessons.
Online students.
And again, one of the silver linings of COVID was being able to teach lessons online, teach music online. So I was able to keep that going, even though I moved to Hawaii. So, but other than that, I had zero of a plan.
Yeah.
You know, but being there and then kind of getting my, you know, firmly planted, I guess.
Your slippers.
Yeah.
Firmly planted.
Put my slippers on, you know, and try to figure out what's happening. Then, you know, opportunities started to happen, and I realized, oh yeah. And then, you know, this is my community, so a lot of the same people are there. A lot of my friends who did leave also have moved back there. So, it's almost like everyone was there to sort of like tap into and work together on, you know, whether it's musicians or leaders in the community. So it was kind of an easy transition, actually. And yeah, I think we're all just kind of like enjoying being there and happy to kind of create things and make things happen.
Kind of finding your way.
Exactly.
I think you mentioned earlier before we were talking about how beautiful it was to now start working with some of your mentors when you started, right? You were mentioning Brian Yasui, and you mentioned Uncle Benny Chong, and a number of others who were influential when you're coming up. And now they're still there. And now you come back after this length of time. What was that?
Yeah, so it's everybody from, you know, my music mentors, so people who are, you know, working musicians in Hawaii, but also my teachers, so like high school, middle school teachers, running into them, and honestly, just a few weeks ago, you know, playing a gig with my high school band director, you know, like an actual proper gig, you know, and that hasn't happened actually since I left high school. So, you know, so this, one of those things that transitioning into it is it's fairly smooth, you know, it's all familiar.
A continued reaffirmation that you made the right decision as things kind of start falling into place.
And so, and I think that's part of the reason why I wasn't worried or I wasn't freaking out. Like, it wasn't me. I didn't feel like I was moving to a new place, even though I haven't been there or lived there in 20 years. You know, most of my adult life was spent here, actually, in so
the slippers felt kind of comfortable, like when you sleep on the slippers.
A little bit, I had to like adjust a little bit. Should I go rubber slipper or Crocs or like
the one from Long's Drugstore?
Just the $5 kind.
Yeah,
easy.
You now, so you've been back for a couple of years to Hawaii, and had some wonderful opportunities to do things in terms of. You've always you love teaching music online, and now you have a chance to work with some of Hawaii's youth as well. Tell us about those.
So I'm in my second year now with teaching under the Hawaii Youth Symphony organization, and so you know I'm an alum actually of the Hawaii Youth Symphony. So I think seventh and 8th grade I was in the Hawaii Youth Symphony, and at the time, so when I was growing up. They only had orchestral programs, symphony. So I was part of the percussion section. But now, you know, there's, in addition to the orchestral programs, you know, they offer a jazz program. They have other string ensembles, you know. And there's a ukulele course now, or ukulele option, you know, classes. So actually that's what I teach. So I teach twice a week. In Honolulu, ukulele class, second and third graders, and then fourth and fifth
Aw.
graders. Yeah,
That
yeah,
must be so much
yeah.
fun.
It's a lot. They keep me on my toes.
I
Keep me on my
bet.
toes,
I
and they're a handful, but you know, there's so much joy and energy,
Yeah.
um, and I when this opportunity, you know, was in front of me, I, you know, didn't really hesitate to
Yeah.
say yes or no. But because when I moved back, one of the things that I wanted to do was figure out how I could serve the community, and give back. Um, because, I mean, when I was growing up, you know, I was, you know, inspired by teachers and my mentors, you know, and that's what led me to sort of become excited and wanting to be a musician. But honestly, there weren't a lot of resources. So now that there are these resources for the kids, for the youth, I want to be a part of that as much as I can. You know,
Beautiful.
you never know, you know, this could change their lives,
Yeah.
as it
Yeah.
did for me. You know,
Absolutely.
so I'm really happy about doing that. Even though sometimes, you know, can get a little nuts, you know, in those classrooms. But in the end, it's very rewarding. After the first year, we did the end of the year concert, and just seeing them up on stage and, you know, playing for their families, their parents, it's like the best feeling.
Those
ever.
are my kids, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Are you able to spot one or two that show, you know, kind of, you know, they're getting it?
oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it's not for
Yeah.
every child. I mean, you know, they'll go through it, you know, and then maybe they'll move to another instrument, or whatever.
Right.
But for the ukulele,
Yeah.
you're able to spot, hey,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There are the people who, you know, they come in early every class. They like take the instrument out of the case and start tuning it. Like they come in ready, you know, and excited.
yeah.
Couple of them actually, they're when class is finished, and I have to stay for the next class. They ask if they can stay. You know, unfortunately they can't.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they have to just stay within their class hours. But you know, they're excited about it, and that's like, you know, more than I can ask for. You know? So I love that they're excited about it, and it's music. It's ukulele, and also more. I'm so down for more ukulele programs in the schools.
Yeah.
You know, in Hawaii, especially in Hawaii.
Something's also happening with the Honolulu Symphony Orchestra. Am I saying that correct?
Yeah. Or the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra.
Hawaii.
Yeah, HSO.
Hawaii Symphony Orchestra. Tell us a little bit about what's.
Okay, so we have you know, we were chatting earlier. You mentioned our group Waitiki, which is an exotica group.
Yeah.
And we've been around. Me and my friend Randy Wong, we formed a group together while we were both living in Boston.
Oh.
This college time. Yeah. In 03, we formed the group then, and the group's still around. It started off as a quartet, but it's expanded now to a septet. So we're called the Waitiki Seven. And we were 7 of the members most of them live in Hawaii, but a couple of the members live on the mainland. But we've been able to get together at least once a year to play. Now, more recently, mostly in Hawaii. But so we have a show that we're very excited about coming up. This is happening on June 5th. It's a Saturday, and it's going to be at the theater or the Blaisdell concert hall. The Waitiki 7 will be up front stage, and it will be backed with the Hawaii Symphony Orchestra.
I would love to be there.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Performing symphonic arrangements of our music and exotica music. So, yeah. And to do this in Hawaii, where exotica started,
right?
You know,
in
the 50s.
Yeah,
with
Martin Denny,
Arthur Lyman, you know,
and to have Augie Colon's son, Lopaka, there doing the bird calls and doing the percussion.
Yeah, the direct link, direct link to the era of exotic music. He's a huge part of our sound. You know, Lopaka, amazing percussionist, and amazing. I think even more amazing bird calls.
When you see Lopaka, can you please tell him Kamaka said? Can you just share that? Tell him you saw Kamaka and Kamaka said.
Okay.
Get it right now.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got it. Cam. One thing I should mention actually is a jam session that I host. I host a jam session for the community. This happens once a month at the Musicians Union of Hawaii,
Musician Hall,
which I'm a member of.
Yeah.
But it's not you don't have to be a member to attend this. It's open for musicians of all ages, all experience levels.
Okay.
It's basically a place where we can all come together, meet, hang, play music.
Public is invited to come and enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it happens on some Monday of the month, because Mondays tend to be like slower days of the week. Usually not a lot of gigs happening. So it's a good night for a jam night. And it goes from 6 to 9, so early enough that we do have a lot of students that come out. So they come out 6 and we go till 9 o'clock. And I host it, so it gives it a chance for people in the community. But what's great is a lot of students come out, and it gives them a chance to play with professional musicians. Impromptu, no rehearsal. And if you ask any musician, not just a jazz musician, but any musician, how do you learn? How do you learn to play music? You got to play with other people. More so, listen, coming out, meeting them, and actually getting a chance to play them. It's super chill, and the students can ask questions. They can get up close to us and ask us questions.
Sweet.
I've had people come in and bring in original music they want to try out, so we can workshop things. It's a place where we can all just come in and learn and try things, and it's not a gig. It's not a show. So it's open to the community, and everyone's invited.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So the silver lining of COVID, we always talk about COVID did this and COVID did that.
Yeah.
But there were some positive things that came, and for creative folks and for folks that said, you know what, I can take this and I can turn it into something positive. And you're an example of how that happened. So mahalo for dropping in and talking story with us. We're enjoying your playing just a little while ago. Man. It's good to hear. Good to hear the song. Mahalo. Kamaka Brown over here with Simon Jala and Social Network. Abe Lagrimas Jr. Mahalo, bro.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
much.
for having me. Great talking to you.
Pleasure.
Nice to catch up.
Aloha. We see you next time.